Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Club where Mike and I talking about The Naked Gun.
First off, did you remember your clothes?
My
It's
clothes.
the naked gun.
No, I'm full on junior and just wearing a thong under a skirt.
God bless, God bless. So just going in, I just gotta say, point blank, this is like one of the best comedies we've seen in a long time. But just gonna start out in I think a more fun way. Thank God we got this version and not whatever the hell that Ed Helms version would have been in like 2012, 2013, because there was no way like whatever version they wanted to make 10 years ago was gonna be even close to as good as this film actually was.
Yeah. And I think honestly, like, the reason this movie and the original succeeded, the main character is not a comedic actor. Or not known as a comedic actor.
But it's the same thing as the original, but he has really good comedic chops when he wants to.
Well,
because he's not a comedic actor.
Yeah, because I think it was Bryan Cranston said this about Malcolm in the Middle, about his character on that show. The reason it's so funny is that that character doesn't know it's a comedy.
In a lot of ways, are the comedies I enjoy the most. I don't know about you. Well, like I very much like the like when it's like the self-serious like, oh no, what do you mean? Like we're in a serious moment, but like shit's blowing up in the background.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound real funny. I think we talked about this. It was my complaint when I saw midget wrestling of like one of the things I enjoy about wrestling is when like even if we all know it's insane, the wrestlers pretend this is a serious moment. And I remember sitting there being like, but these wrestlers aren't taking it serious. I want them to be like, no, this is serious. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we're here to talk about The Naked Gun. It came out in 2025. Came out on August the 1st of this year in the United States. Starring Liam Neeson, is this like Pamela Anderson's like first big thing in a long time?
No.
She was, I guess, last Showgirl.
Yeah, last Showgirl.
Like she's not like someone who's out there all the time. Let me rephrase that. I feel like.
No, I mean like probably the last big thing was
Last Showgirl looks like her like last big thing in which she starred.
She had a small role in that Baywatch remake.
Yeah, but we're talking that's 2017.
Yeah.
Like it's been.
But let's be honest, it's Pamela Anderson. She's probably making. What do you think her royalty checks are for Baywatch, the TV show?
Oh my god. Okay, 10 years ago I would have said, oh my god. But today, though, hear me out. What syndication money are you making?
Well, I guarantee you Baywatch, the show, is massive overseas.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's got to be big in Germany because the Hoff is big over there, so.
That's the Hoff. That's one that I like. With being Pam Anderson, it'd be funnier if they would have had people like the Hoff, like something like that. But yeah, Liam Neeson, obviously the stars also, who, being the son, is is that funny shtick of I just didn't like I obviously saw it in the trailers, but like it's a funny shtick in the sense of like, how do you pitch someone to be like this is their son, and like it actually works in a film? Because I feel like that's problem too with these types of films. You're like it's the son. You're like yeah, it's just not as good.
I'm glad they went that way. Mainly because I think if you tried to do it as a reboot, the originals are so highly regarded that it could have caused some issues.
Yeah. See, and this is what's interesting to me of Naked Gun to me is this really weird line of, like you're saying, like, it straggles this line of, like, it's just a satire to, like, people actually respect it as a comedy. like, and then I guess maybe that's why I was unsure going into this one of like, where would this fall on that magic line of how do we view this film?
Well, and also like the thing that I was worried about is back when the original Naked Guns were coming out and the Police Squad movies were coming out, those movies looked cheap. Right?
Yes.
Like you went in knowing it wasn't a full budget project.
But hear me out though, and I don't know if you view it the same way. I think back then though, people were more likely to like give a cheap looking film a chance though. Well, like,
but that's what I was
then being cheap's different.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get at, is like they looked cheap, so you weren't going in with high expectations. So, you know, with the rise in cheap quality, I guess is the way to put it. You know, it kind of, it's tough because it wants to play very serious. And it has the quality chop, like the image quality chops to play serious. But then, yeah, it's just trying to be silly at times. And you're like, okay, this isn't like, it almost looks too good to be as silly as you want it to be. But
That absolutely makes sense.
Also, the callback gags,
yes,
that they have in this, of just they do the same thing where on the doors at Police Squad, the police is backwards, but the squad is, you can read it left to right. They do that in this. They do, you know, the voiceover gimmick. They do the whole, Frank Drebin just shit goes sideways and he just miraculously figures it out because of his goofiness.
Do you believe, so like obviously one of the things I think was famous, the first one, is that it led Leslie Nielsen to like a whole, like obviously Airplane, but like it's kind of like this chain of like he's in the middle of this new career, kind of a changed, like he turned into this comedy actor, this type of guy. Do you see a world where this does anything like it changes Liam Neeson long term or potential or anything like that?
I think this opened up Liam Neeson to doing other stuff.
Because like Liam Neeson, for a solid 15 years, had the "you're just the Taken guy."
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what I mean, right? Like this opens him up to doing different genres. Not, he doesn't need to be old action guy.
That's fair.
There's other things that he can, because he did so well in this.
He did so well. Like this is, I think it shocks, like Liam Neeson to me, I think was the most consistent performance in this film.
That or Paul Walter Hauser, he was pretty good.
Yeah, but Paul, like I feel like at this point, like people who don't realize that he's a good actor, I think it's on them.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's like in terms of consistency.
Like, he's an actor that has showed us you could do insane stuff from Cobra Kai. He's like a main character. Obviously, Richard Jewell, he got famous. Like it's not like he's shown like an absurd variety of shit at this point. Also, Grand Rapids' own Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah.
Which I just got to point out also, when you see that man, he's the definition of man, you'd be like, yeah, you're from Western Michigan.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you.
Well, not necessarily Western Michigan, but definitely he is a. Oh, that dude is straight up Midwest. Like,
Yeah, like like when you see an actor and you're like, oh, they're from here. Like he's not.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's an actor that kind of stands out in scenes.
yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else kind of stands out here about The Naked Gun. Obviously, go check it out. It's a short film. I know I don't know if you've seen the interviews of. I really like the director talking about how like they timed this perfectly, so it's the with credits the exact same runtime as all the other Naked Gun films.
Yeah. I mean, also, like, this thing's an hour 25. Realistically, it's like an hour 12, hour 13.
Yeah.
The best part about this is that it is in and out.
Oh yeah, no. This is I think he or the director understood when he made the comments about it, and I think it's true a lot of like the past one too. The reason these films work is you don't have time to breathe and go, wait, what's going on? Like it's very much the classic like we got don't have a lot of time, just start throwing shit against the wall, just don't let them think about it. And it works really well in that way. But I do think if this was a film that they're like, and it's 2 hours long, and this gimmick lost when it's an extra 5 minutes, we'd start going, what the fuck's this film?
I mean, also, like, it's Akiva Schaffer. He's from Lonely Island. So he knows, he's had experience on how to write and direct comedies like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Comedies that stick around long enough. Not necessarily going too far.
Yeah, because we always talk about like films needing to breathe, right? With this idea of like let a scene breathe, let them breathe or whatever. But comedies in a lot of ways, like there is that line of you want to let it breathe, but you also don't want to let it like sit there. Like you're like, oh, make them laugh, don't let them think about it, go. Or even yeah. This film was notorious of like the trailer being like, and look who that guy's father is. Like, there's little things like that of like, you need to give the audience like the 2 second that's funny, but don't let them logistically sit there and go, wait a second, that sounds like a problem.
Yeah, you're just going beat to beat to beat. It's very well paced. For as much as they cram in terms of bits in these in just under 90 minutes, like you say, everything has a chance to breathe. So it really is just a straight up bit plays out. Like, there's not much.
The film opens with a plot device, like a literal plot device. Like,
there's really not much in terms of dead air in this movie.
What was your thought? Because obviously it was true back then, but looking now, it was as much. What were your thoughts on like the cameos, or any of the like the more like interesting casting choices? So like Busta Rhymes or Cody Rhodes or the Weird Al scene, any of that stuff. Did any of those kind of stand out to you?
I mean, the Busta Rhymes was like, that's another problem is this. I don't even know what the budget for this movie was, but it would have been high enough that you could just, $42 million. I mean, that's a pretty healthy budget for something that, like I say, it's under 90 minutes. It's pretty, like, there's not anything major in terms of set or CG. So you could do a lot of this stuff practical, so that keeps the cost down. So you can just then spend it on cameos and stuff like that. And
so like someone like Busta Rhymes, like what are we talking cameo cost here? Like we're not saying they put like true A, like Dave Bautista is the closest thing to an A-list cameo we had in this film.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you define. Like,
Yeah,
all of the cameos are very famous people.
but like they're not expensive people. Let me phrase that statement.
Right.
Cody Rhodes, very famous. I do not believe Cody Rhodes is costing a lot of money to be in a film for a few minutes.
No, yeah, it's
Buster Rhymes in today's society is not costing more than $10,000 for a day's work.
right. Yeah, and yeah. I'm just looking through some of the listed cast.
I do like the whole like MMA scene and the announcing. That was a fun little.
Yeah. I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't like
It is. I think it was a good like these types of films to me. I guess I'm looking for like good gimmicks. Like I think some of the best gimmicks in these types of films are like they run into an insane situation that was already insane, or they run into something that's like, oh, we're a small part in something bigger. So like walk like an MMA fight, and you're just like happening, and you're just like like it's like it feels like it's a world around them, but like the fun parts of the world around them, not like the like, oh, we're just walking on the street and someone's driving a car type world around them.
yeah, it felt like they were trying to harken back to the second one, I believe it is, where it's around the baseball game at the end of it. It just
Yeah.
felt like they were trying not too hard, but it felt like it may have been a little bit forced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, hey, we're gonna reference, the popular sport,
The popular sport.
right? Like, I think even back when Police Squad and Naked Guns were coming out, that was right around the time that the transition from baseball to football being the most popular sport was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously, right, like MMA is definitely not anywhere near taking the spot of one of the big four.
No, but it's at least a thing that like people know. Like it's not
Yeah.
like at this point, it's not like go back 15 years ago, people go, what the fuck's MMA? Like,
Yeah. But it is kind of the sport of the moment.
mm,
So,
no, that is entirely true. But yeah, the Naked Gun. I think this is a fair. I don't think we're controversial. Like it seems like this was the first universally praised comedy in a long ass time. So, so go enjoy that. Go see that. Go check it out. Is there anything else that you feel like needs to be shouted out about this film, or anything else on the Naked Gun or Police Squad? I guess as a franchise that you'd yell at people about.
I mean, I think the reason this one's getting so much praise is it references the original, but it is an entirely different story.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I say, it is a continuation of Naked Gun, a continuation of Police Squad. So you're not trying to then compare this to those three movies, or even the 5 or 6 Police Squad movies as well.
Also, I didn't realize both for Paul Walter Hauser and Liam Neeson have already been introduced in the canon for Police Squad. Are you familiar with apparently the mobile game called The Naked Gun ICUP?
No.
Apparently, it's a mobile game that introduced both characters.
From when?
2012.
Okay.
Naked Gun ICUP is a point-and-click adventure game by Game Centric Media and Paramount for iOS, Android, and Windows devices in 2012.
So that would have been along the original timeline of that. Ed
It's when
Helms.
they, yeah, it's about what it's Ed Helms. I think was announced like the next year or whatever, kind of.
Yeah.
So, I just think it's interesting. Of like, that's funny that was those characters did there. Also, of course, they did a game called Naked Gun ICUP.
Yeah.
Of course, they did. So, but yes, the Naked Gun. I'm trying to think what else can I shout about it. Also, it's doing pretty healthily. It looked like. I'm gonna sure I got that right. The Naked Gun. Yeah, it's done 73 mil on a 42 mil budget. I don't think they spent a shit ton on marketing, is my guess. Like, my guess is
They
between
spent a
this and
good
other
amount
stuff.
because it was definitely.
Do you not think they're at least, like, including back end deals profitable? Like, my guess is this film has eked its money.
I would definitely assume it's at least broken even.
Because, like, that's the thing I think people discount too. Of like, we see box office numbers, but we all both know there's like product placement or like there's ways they at least try to eke out a few $1 million here or there.
Let's see. Details, box office. Yeah, 73 worldwide.
And
I
it's still
assume this
in
will be
there.
like a pretty healthy streaming deal.
That's what I'm thinking. It is a pretty healthy streaming deal. Like should use zeros are relatively zero. Like there's numbers there. I would assume. Like I would assume there's ways for them to kind of, because like they kind of even talk about of like there might like discussions of a sequel or some continuation in the future.
I mean, if they're gonna do a sequel, I think you kind of need to hop on to the. Okay, so 2.5 was 91. So 1 and 2 are 3 years apart,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's 3 years from 2 to 3. So you need to hop on it now to kind of keep that.
Yeah, I'm not. I almost expect like I would feel the same way of like if they're gonna do it, like at least announce it now or something. You know, it's like in creative hell.
Yeah. Well, and also like Liam Neeson's 72,
Mm-hmm.
73.
How old was Leslie Nielsen when he started doing the?
Well, he was 67 when he filmed 3. So
Oh, okay.
early
So he's like
60s.
60. It's so funny because like the infamously at the time he talked about always how like he felt his career was ending before that.
Yeah. The Spanish title is Y donde está el policía? Where are the police? Okay, that's interesting. I mean, also I will say the best callback to stupid recurring bits was the coffee scene. Every time. Like
Every time.
And that was just straight up a reference to kind of the dumb nonsense that they were doing with the originals, but so, yeah.
Also appreciate it because I was pulling up others to make sure I'm missing any notes. Apparently on Leslie Nielsen's grave, we have to appreciate it says "Let her rip."
Yeah.
So, but yeah. On that note, go check out the 2025 Police Squad. Go check out the other Police Squads too. Why the fuck not? If your theater's showing them, Naked Gun. I know why it's Police Squad. Go check out the other Naked. Go check out all the Naked Guns. Go check out the current one. Go check out the past ones. If your theater is showing a Naked Gun, just go sit your ass down. Maybe buy a ticket, maybe not. They'll be in for a good fucking time.
You'll laugh at the very least, right? Like,
Yeah, you'll laugh. You'll laugh. So, go check it out. Go support your local cinemas. I think that's all. Go enjoy this film. This film should be on also on demand, all that fun stuff soon. So If you want
Yeah,
a good
I wanna
90
say
minutes,
I thought I saw some mention of um it coming out on demand.
it's too. Is it Paramount? Yeah, Paramount takes a little bit, I feel like, but still, it's definitely not there yet because it's still in theaters by me at least. So I think it's like the second one in
Yeah.
theaters. So, yeah, go check it out and catch us all next time.